Welcome to the channel Movies 360 Kill Count, where we count all the kills and deaths in a movie. I'm Ruj and today we are looking at movie Sick, released in 2022, directed by Hyams and written by Williamson and Katelyn Crabb. Sick is a horror slasher movie in which we see, while quarantining at a family's lake house during the pandemic, Parker and her best friends are threatened by an unexpected visitor. From that moment on, all the tranquility they were looking for turns into a fight for their survival. Now let's see the kills and deaths of movie Sick, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. We see a man entering in his apartment and starts unpacking his groceries. Then suddenly he hears his TV turns on itself and he sees some COVID news on TV. Then a man in mask attacks him and he severely injures him, and the man is in great pain, but he pushes the killer away and hides in a room to save his life. Then he takes a baseball bat to face the killer and he starts looking for him, but the killer comes and grabs him from behind and he cuts his throat, which causes his death. Next we see Parker, who wakes because of someone plays loud music at night, so she starts going down. Then a friend DJ grabs her from behind and tells her that someone is in the house with a knife, and he gives Parker his car keys and says go save Miri. Then Parker comes down from balcony to warn Miri, but she sees from window that the killer is in the mask in Miri's room. But before he hits her, Parker screams and Miri dodges the attack. Then the DJ comes and stops the killer. Then Miri runs from there and go out with Parker, and both sits in the car waiting for DJ. In the house, DJ fights with the killer and manages to knock the killer and try to run away, but the killer manages to catch him and stabs him multiple times. Afterwards, the door opens and Parker and Miri sees DJ is coming outside and he is not right and very injured. Then they see the killer is behind DJ and he puts a spear in DJ's bag and kills him. Seeing this, Parker and Miri start screaming and try to run away from there. Then we see, after a failed attempt to run, Parker and Miri hides from the killer on the roof, but when Miri is passing from the window, the killer catches her and he pushes her hard that she falls down from there and died. Seeing this, Parker got heartbroken and goes downstairs immediately. But the killer also reaches there and tries to kill Parker. But Parker still does not lose courage as she competes with him and knocks him off. Then Parker comes top of him and put a steel thing on his head multiple times and finally killed him. Then we see Parker comes outside to see Miri and check whether she is dead or alive. Then she finds out that Miri is still alive, only her one leg is broken. Then she says there is another killer in the house and says to Miri to play dead. Then she distracts the killer and he starts chasing her. The next, we see Parker reaches her neighbor's house and goes inside too, when her neighbor comes with a gun and asks her, "Who are you?" Then Parker reminds him of her daughter and tells the killer is behind me, so call the police immediately. But when neighbor calls the police, the killer comes and kills the neighbor. Then Parker comes out through the window and starts running away from there. Next we see Miri comes inside the house and tries to support her leg with wood. Then we see the killer, who has come to his senses and tries to catch and kill Miri. But she picks up the knife and stabs it in his neck and finishes him off again. Next, we see the other killer returns and walks up the stairs to search for the girls, but the girls set booby traps, which causes him to get thrown over the banister and land on a pair of deer antlers, which kills him instantly. Parker and Miri escape to a nearby barn where they find a UTV. While retrieving gasoline to fuel the vehicle, Parker is attacked by killer wife Pamela. In the ensuing altercation, Pamela gets doused in gasoline and Miri sets her on fire. Pamela runs outside engulfed in flames but eventually collapses on the road. Then Parker and Miri walks out the barn holding hands at the end.